ignorance of your belief that to fit into the smaller pressure space of your comfort zone spells out your fragility. Let me learn you something real quick. Just because I can speak words with 4 or more syllables does not mean I act white or I'm a well-off individual. Such words spoken without a second thought leave a bitter residual of the minimal thinking you put into your words before they come out so critical.
This is going to be my introduction to you. And I feel like it's a pretty good one. My next guest is not just a dope poet.
Okay.
She's a really dope poet, y'all. Like, y'all gonna hear her say something in a few minutes and y'all gonna be like, wow. Like, damn.
No pressure, no pressure.
You're an actress.
Yes.
You have a degree.
Yeah.
A bachelor's degree.
That's true.
In biology.
Right.
You've been in the National Guard since 18.
Mm-hmm.
Trained to be an officer.
Yep.
And on top of that, you got accepted into the top PA schools, one of the top PA schools, right?
That's right. That's right. I'm really proud of that last one.
Dang, man. That, like, the credentials is, and how old are you right now?
I'm 24.
You 24.
Mm-hmm. 24 with a baby face. Don't let it fool you.
Definitely have a baby face. Definitely have a baby face. Okay. Did you grow up in Oklahoma?
I kind of grew up a little bit of everywhere, from Texas, Tennessee, New Mexico, Oklahoma. Army family, so we moved around kind of a lot.
Was that it? So it wasn't hard adjusting to, like, moving?
Sometimes it was. You know, you see people that have known each other since they were little kids, and you don't get to have that. But, I mean, you just got to learn to make friends wherever you go.
So what was your childhood like?
Good question. My childhood was good.
It was good.
I had a good time. Me and my brother, we grew up together. And I think we just made the best out of where we were, wherever we were with whoever we were with. And it was always a fun time.
Okay. 'Cause it seems like you're pretty, not seems like you are an established person. You know, you have so many.
I'm glad it seemed that way. I'm glad it seemed that way.
But it's not that way? Is that what you said?
I mean, a lot of times it doesn't feel that way, you know. Nobody ever feels like they have it all together.
I
It's
guess
always
you're
something
right.
to work toward.
Okay, so from the outside looking in, it seems like, you know.
Good.
You make it look good, you know.
I can work with that.
So you having both parents in your household, do you think that helped, like, make you kind of who you are today? Because I know childhood affects people in different ways, you know. Would you think, basically, do you think you would have turned out different if you would have had, like, one parent in the household?
I definitely think I would have been different. I mean, having two parents it can be a big help. It has a big effect on you. But I also don't think that it can be all that it's cracked up to be all the time based on how your parents are.
Okay.
So I'm glad that it made me who I am.
Yeah. That's what's up. So with you having a bachelor's degree and being in the military, could you talk about discipline a little bit?
Lord, discipline.
You have to be really disciplined to be in the military. Because I tried being in the military.
You did?
Yeah. I took the ASVAB twice.
Okay.
The first time, I didn't pass.
All right.
And then the second time, I think I made, like, the minimal score or something like that. And so, basically, I went to go get checked for the exam, and my eyes were, like, so bad. They were like, nah.
Got you.
Nah. So, yeah, that's why I didn't go to the military. But at the time, I was like, man, they pay for so much. You get good benefits. True. And I don't know, man. I kind of wish I would have, you know, had my eyes, you know what I'm saying, born with better eyes. Because the military is a really good option.
It is a good option. But depends on what you want, though.
So do you have trouble with the discipline, or are you pretty good at discipline?
Man, the only discipline I have trouble with is getting up early. I am not a morning person at all. It is not for me. I'm struggling. You don't know how many alarms I set this morning to get here.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
How many alarms, by the way?
Probably like 10, 12.
Are you serious?
I'm not like the person that has like 5-minute apart alarms.
That's you?
That's me.
Don't you have to wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning or something?
Sometimes.
Like, dang.
And it's a struggle.
Okay. Goodness
that
gracious.
Discipline is hard for me.
I thought you would have like got used to it or something, since, you know, you've been in the National Guard. And
everybody says that, but I don't ever.
Really?
No.
Okay.
But the Guard is like you do it once a month. It's not like a everyday thing.
So, I want to talk about mindset.
Okay.
Because I feel like, not just me, but I feel like people have these dreams, right? They have these goals, but it's like they don't want to even try, you know? They don't want to even try to obtain those goals, you know? Can you talk about the mindset of just survival, like going to work every day and just doing the minimal for your life, and then the mindset of actually living a, you know what I'm saying, a fulfillful life like you?
Don't say like me.
She's being modest. She's being so modest right now.
So I would say a lot of that I think has to do with complacency and probably fear. It's only been one time in my life I felt like I've had to like actually survive instead of just thriving. And that was when my dad passed away in 2020, and it was my last semester of college.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It happens, you know. But I was just in survival mode to finish, get through life, family issues, all of that at that point. But any time out of that period, I felt like I always had something to reach toward. I was never just complacent with where I was at. There was always something that I wanted, and I felt like I had to go get, which kept me, I feel like, thriving and reaching for more.
Why do you think people get complacent?
You know, a lot of people think I'm happy where I'm at right now, so why do the extra work? Or they may be scared of what's going to happen if they actually go for it.
So how do you handle fear? Or do you have a lot of fear? Or
yeah, everybody got fears.
That's true.
Yeah, they do.
That's true. Yeah.
That. Now, the main things I'm scared of, 2 things in this world.
2 things.
Free falling and roaches.
Free falling and roaches. Okay.
You got me. I'm done for.
When you say free falling, you mean like from like skydiving and stuff like that?
Yeah, skydiving, bungee jumping, you'll never see me doing it. It's not happening.
So what was the toughest thing in the military part? Like, I know you had to go through boot camp, right? So what was the hardest thing in boot camp that you had to go through?
Boot camp actually wasn't like the hardest part. And you know, everybody always says that once you finish, you'll say you want to go through it again. And low-key, that's kind of true, because like you build this, when you go through something like that with a group of people, like you super close. So it's really the people that make it like that. But the hardest thing I had to say was recently we went on this training rotation in the desert near Death Valley in California. And it's kind of like pretty much practice for if you went on a deployment.
Wow.
And it was a rough time. It was hard. I learned a lot. It was rewarding in that sense, but never want to do it again.
You never want to do it again?
Absolutely.
That actually sound kind of fun. I feel like I would want to do something like that. I want to skydive. Like, that's on my bucket list, because I'm so scared of it. Like, really? I'm horrified.
And you still want to do it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like you when I grow up.
Cause I want to be like you. No, because I feel like if I conquer that, like my biggest fear, then the rest of them would just seem so small. Like, that's how you know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it, you know? So, okay. At 24, like I said, your credentials are crazy. I'm pretty sure you inspire people like around you that, you know, your friends and family. Could you say you're the first person to go to college in your family or graduate?
I would say my brother was the first. He was a year ahead of me.
Oh, okay.
We're both first generation students. So I was the second.
Cool. So what would you say your mission in life is?
That's a great question. My mission in life, my main goal has always been to empower Black people. That's a huge, huge thing for me. And that's really the whole point of me going to PA school. Like, the dream is to have a low to no cost clinic to bridge the gap when it comes to the level of care that Black people receive compared to other people, white people. You know, it's just, it's a really huge problem that I want to fix.
So specifically Black people.
Yes.
That's what's up. I like that. So are you single?
Yes, single and not looking.
What's your type? Who can get you? Who can get you and who can't get you?
Oh, Lord. I don't think I have a type. Everybody I've been with has really been different. Intellectually is how you would get me.
Okay.
Sure. A good vocabulary. I'm a sucker for a good vocabulary.
Yeah, I could tell because your poetry is like, man, using so many big words. Like, what is that? I have to pull out the dictionary. Like, what does that even mean?
That creativity, romantic, somebody that makes me think. If you could really change my mindset, that's really gonna get me.
That's deep. That's deep. That's what's up. Okay, so poetry. This is my favorite part because I like your poetry so much. I think you should like write a book, like a poetry book.
You know, something like that is in the works.
Really?
Maybe not a book, but
that's
I'll let you
interesting.
know.
That's interesting. Okay, so like I said, your poetry is so it's so articulate and detailed, and you can sense the emotion in it. So I wanted to ask how long you've been doing it, and like how you get so good at it.
I've been writing poetry since I was little. I just never performed it in front of everybody until a few years ago. And I didn't know I was good at it. And I guess, you know, with anything, practice.
Yeah.
You just keep doing it, and eventually you just feel comfortable on the stage.
So you kind of have a natural talent for it, right? I mean, since you're so good at it, you know what I'm saying?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah? Okay, cool. So, you know I was going to ask, can you bless us with one of your poems?
I can give you a little something.
Okay, bet. Just anything you want to say.
Okay. Since we're just talking about life, I'll say the right mistakes.
The right mistakes. Let's go.
Okay. Some people tell me that they want to be like me when they grow up. It makes me nervous when I think about my journey and how I show up. Looking put together, all successes and congratulations. It makes me wonder what they still say that knowing the tribulations. But we live in a world where the highs are on display. The lows stay on the low, so we think it's not okay. To be delayed, go astray, be embarrassed and pushed away, yet we slave to obey the perfect standards of today. The thing is, I don't think that we value transparency. If people talk about losses openly, they get some bad popularity and much less solidarity. Amazing how people talk about what you go through so voluntarily. So we look at people's stories. Somebody just bought a house. Now you feel like you're behind, but you don't know about how many times they got denied that they were homeless, got put out. Looking all around, comparing yourself to the masses, you don't have the same past, so you don't have the same advances. Judging yourself on a few failures when you don't run out of chances. I done been through enough to know that I can make it out of any situation. My work ethic is unstoppable, and I'm confident that my failures just harden my concentration. I know that I'm great because I'm becoming who I'm meant to be, not who I think I should be based on someone else's story. And that's Snapchat, Instagram, and real life, because I know that me trying to live my life based on their highlights wouldn't put me in the limelight, believe what's meant for me in hindsight because I got distracted.
Ooh-wee.
Watch how you reacting. And don't listen to those people that feel like your dreams are wasted, that ain't been in your shoes but tell you how to tie your laces, trying to tell you what to do but don't know half of what you're facing. It's okay to outgrow people who used to give you praises. What I'm trying to say is that we're so hard on ourselves and make it seem like we don't have what it takes, when the real issue is that we just don't realize that we made the right mistakes.
Wow. That was unbelievable.
Thank you.
A book has to be made. Because I promise you, I'll be the first one to buy it. I promise you.
Don't tell me that.
Because you're going to be texting.
Yep.
I wouldn't
like,
even
it's out right now.
I got you. Okay, so here are the weird questions I have to ask you.
Okay, let's go.
Because we coming to an end already.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we already picked one animal that you would be. But today, you're going to have to pick a whole new animal. So
okay.
If you could be any animal, what would you be and why? Besides the animal we picked yesterday.
That was a good one, though.
It was.
Okay. I'd probably be an elephant.
Ooh, an elephant.
Yeah.
Why elephant?
Elephants, super smart. They like to be on land, in the water.
Facts.
I like being in the water. And nobody really messes with elephants like that.
Because they so big.
Exactly.
Facts. Okay.
And elephants are just chill creatures.
Okay. Cool. So I know which way you go because you told me yesterday. But for the people out there, do you go one way or do you go both ways?
I only go one way.
Okay. Strictly dickly. Okay, cool. So, I mean, I usually ask people Lauren London or Ashanti, but since you don't go that way, I'll pick somebody else. I'll pick Tyrese or what's his name? Jordan B. something.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, him. So out of those two, which one would you pick? As far as looks.
Michael B. Jordan.
Okay, but Tyrese, he looked pretty good.
Tyrese is cool, but
he cool.
He wouldn't be on my list.
Is he too chocolate?
No, I like chocolate.
Okay, you like chocolate. Okay.
Actually, fun fact, I don't eat chocolate.
You don't eat chocolate?
Don't.
That's probably why your skin looks so good.
Maybe. I'll take it, though.
Hey, you look like you eat fruit, like a lot of fruit.
I do.
See? I knew it. If you had a superpower, what would it be?
I would teleport.
Teleport?
Yes.
Where would you go right now if you had that superpower right now?
Where would I go?
Top of the head.
Okay, I'd be on a beach in Jamaica.
By yourself or with other people?
If I could teleport other people, the whole crew coming with me.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm glad you, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Hexia. Okay, the last question, the most important question to me is, what's one piece of advice you would give anyone struggling with their purpose?
I would tell them that God has already put everything in you that you need to get to where you want to be, and just don't compare yourself to other people in the process.
Wow, that's powerful. Where can they find you? I realized I didn't say your name this whole time. This whole time. Well, they're probably like, who is it?
Still watching. Hopefully they still interested and want to know.
Crysta Williams. Sorry, my bad.
That's me.
Okay, so where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at It's Cryst, ITS_CRYS. Poetically, I go by Confide. So if you hear somebody say that, that's me.
Okay, bet. All right. I thank you for coming.
Of course.
I know it's super cold outside. Like
you ain't lying.
And you said you set your alarm about 10 times. So I appreciate you coming through.
Of course, anytime.
All right, y'all. We out.
We out.
This is called proper talk.
I like this.
Open to the depths of my thoughts, flow and feel the motion. I got a few questions swimming in this inquisitive ocean. If you haven't noticed, I'm a black girl, something society hasn't quite been able to place within its perfect image of the world, or how they think it should be. But why does how they think it should be mean more than my reality when I speak words so eloquently and beautifully they tend to fade once the world is surprised? Surprised by my speech given the fact that I'm not white. Surprised, yes, articulateness and literacy can literally be found within other skin tones that aren't quite as bright. Why do I have to put the ing on the end of every word for you to consider my intelligence? Yo, if you ain't feeling what I'm saying, why does that make my learning irrelevant? Excuse me, feeling, saying, learning. Nah, fam, excuse you. If I say hell to the no, I know I mean what I say. You can get straight to the point without all the creative wordplay. No, I'm not tripping, but I'm tired of people giving me an image I never wanted and expecting me to be okay. Let's be clear. The colloquialism of my speech does not equate to stupidity. But the ignorance of your belief that to fit into the small oppressive space of your comfort zone spells out your fragility. The colloquialism of my speech does not equate to stupidity. But the ignorance of your belief that to fit into the small oppressive space of your comfort zone spells out your fragility. Let me learn you something real quick. Just because I can speak words with 4 or more syllables does not mean I act white or I'm a well-off individual. Such words spoken without a second thought leave a bitter residual of the minimal thinking you put into your words before they come out so critical. But that doesn't mean anything, right? I'm just an Oreo because I talk proper. But why can't I just be me? I didn't know that the brown on my skin meant that I couldn't possibly be better than the white skin that comes before me. Look, fam, I'm just trying to get it how I live and be me in the process. They so stuck on who is fam and why didn't she say trying to? That they didn't even register the ladder of the last sentence. They too stuck on climbing the ladder to success that they don't see that ladder stands on the shoulders of my people getting sentences. They don't want to listen to those sentences. They'll just say good riddance then, but don't get me wrong, there's a few with potential and open minds to see what's happening. You gotta educate your people, man. So, while you sit and ponder on how I could have possibly learned such lyrically luxurious language, I let that little bit of alliteration stick with you while I vibe with my people and speak the language of a culture that was never meant to fit into the cages of your minuscule or tiny ass imagination.